Yeah, for sure. You can TP like 1 to each, so you don't have to wait 5 seconds for your TP to go through. And but you know they're saying, guys, we need to make shit happen.
Oh boy! Iceberg! What a baller! Right, they know Ravage is down for 70 seconds. What can they do with this? FNG thrown in the Hadoukens. Oh. Azak is on like 20% life. Beaver, does he have his ulti? No, he doesn't. In goes Iceberg. The damage is enough. The ulti is from the Panda, but Beaver uses ulti on top of him. That's that. The Panda ulti dies in ulti form.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I think Ursa's one of the saddest heroes if you can't secure Roshan. Like, without an Aegis, I don't know how he's supposed to get to this place.
But every single time they're trying to force the Aegis.
Yeah, very true. They force it just a bit too hard each time, and Team Spirit capitalize on the mistake. And you know, now it's just like, what do they do from here? This Ember Spirit is already unkillable with a 0 stun lineup, and now he's got an Aegis on top of it. As I say that, Iceberg is taken, receiving the goddamn beatdown. Okay. Oh, had me sweating there.
I would have laughed pretty hard if he had died twice.
That would be so funny. If
he's unkillable.
To mess up his Revenant or something and died twice.
Oh god. But he is pretty much unkillable. Once he has vision of Kunkka, he can always see, like, you just click on the Kunkka, you watch his mana, and you can tell when he torrents and you just time it accordingly.
Yeah.
Invis on Ursa, using the overpower before the Invis effect applies 100%, so he's able to sneak up on people.
Yep, he's ready to slay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't pro players wouldn't take advantage of the way Invis works. You can always like cast spells, you can even pick up an Invis and TP to a lane. You know, you can do a lot of things with Invis, and that'll make it far more effective than it usually is.
Yep, definitely. So, how do Gambit combat this this whole group up and run down a lane strategy?
The Midas on the Brewmaster, maybe.
Yeah, he can anti-push the creep wave by taking
one
out
at
the
a time.
reinforcements.
They need 4 more.
Yep. It's a step in the right direction for sure.
What Rax is demonstrating there is called sarcasm.
Yes, it's not an item that helps with that at all.
No, in fact, it's the opposite.
Yes, it is the late game securing item. That you know, it's a good item, but perhaps not the one they need. But you know what? Even if they had a blink dagger, can he really jump into this?
No.
Like, what's gonna happen?
Looks impossible. Let's find out. Phobos.
Well, he's going in for the flank here.
Oh, they're using everything. Ravage is used. Hits on 4. Brewmaster comes in from the back lines, manages to get his ulti off, but this CM is completely uncontested, absolutely tearing people apart with his ulti. FNG on the front lines, destroying Kuman. Iceberg uses the triple remnants. Cheshire Cat's trying to roll away. Who's taunting now? It's not him. Poor lad.
Oh boy.
And he falls to FNG. It's a double kill. Okay. Indeed. I like to win. Indeed.
Well played.
It seemed like it was a classic case of one team has an arseload of lockdown and one team doesn't.
Yep. That is definitely the case here. I mean, Ember Spirits looked like what a fantastic last pick. Even though he was pressured in lane by the Ogre, it still just wasn't enough, right? One fight and he was back in the game. And he was actually more than back in the game. He was owning the game with that.
Right. Ursa uses Rage. Oh! They go in. They manage to catch out Azak. He's going back in. The swap is used on the PA. Nearly gets him out of the boat, but just misses. The anchor smash is doing a lot of work. Mech coming in at the last second to say if I like to win. The roll away from Cheshire Cat again unsuccessful. And the illusion,
crazy.
The illusion kill.
Jesus. I like the way relax, buddy.
Oh my god.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of the new changes coming into play this game because nobody on Team Spirit has actually died. They only have 3 deaths, so that's why you know, that feature's gone unnoticed.
Very kind of Team Spirit to demonstrate it to us by feeding on Venge.
Yes, we get to see the power of these new updates to Vengeful Spirit, and maybe Core Venge is back even stronger than before.
That seems really, really strong, honestly.
It looks pretty good.
100% of Vengeful Spirit's damage. Like,
You know, the Aghanim's got buffed from 50% to 100% damage too now, so this hero is truly undying.
Slightly ridiculous. Shadow Demon got a good change as well with illusions. If you kill someone under the effect of Soul Catcher, you make an illusion of them until they respawn.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, pretty legit, especially with the changes to Soul Catcher. So you can pretty much always put it on people. Imagine making a full 5-man team. Like, holy crap.
Looking like old Darkseer wall.
If he's a bit cut out here, gets the Doom off. That might be just enough. Iceberg is X'd up. The ball coming in from Bignum. Aegis expires. This poor Ursa. Dazak is not doing great. Bignum manages to TP away though. Okay. So Bignum does get out. Not the worst. Like that's their Ursa not being able to kill a support hero, you know. Ursa needs to be able to kill people during his overpower. He's kind of useless, and that demonstration was pretty convincing, right?
Yeah, very true. I'm just sitting here looking at these Ember Spirit talents. I didn't know they changed this drastically. Right? It looks like it's back. It's got a Battle Fury.
Let's have a look. He has True Strike at level 20. What?
It doesn't have to itemize for BK or MKB now.
Oh, look at this 15 1-second searing chains as well. Just ninja that in there. As if 3 seconds wasn't long enough. Oh.
The old solo Ravage and that 20, the 3 or 25, that 3. Huh.
Okay, Solo Ravage kills the PA. I was not expecting that. Boba or Iceberg was there as well, I think.
Yeah, he was there in the beginning, and then he rummed it out, and then tied Ravage when he died under the tower.
Thanks
but
for
look at this stuff. Don't worry, I caught it for you.
Okay, thanks, man. You can watch that on Brax's camera.
That's right, guys. The 25 talent for Ember Spirit looks pretty crazy. 2 Sleight of Fist charges.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. It's really ridiculous. Iceberg just kind of playing with fire. He doesn't necessarily need to worry about anything.
Yeah, he's got no cares in this game at all. Just nothing really threatens him. Like, look at his build. He has no stats, right? It's just Wand, Battle Free, Blink Dagger. Doesn't feel like he's gonna die to Ursa at all.
Blink.
You know, this Ember was a weird hero, especially in the last patch, where it was like the caster Ember, right? But he had these talents that made him super tanky. The 10 armor or the 500 flame guard absorption.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
You get Shivas and Blade Mail, and then you had like 40 armor, and you were immune to spells and physical damage. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but he was that kind of hero that if he doesn't get chain stunned, he just escapes every time. So.
Yep.
It's an interesting change. It looks like he's a bit more high risk, but you know, potentially high reward as well.
I much prefer this type of Ember Spirit. It encourages the, you know, remember the Eternal Envy Team Secret Ember Spirit?
Yep, Shanghai Major.
Oh yeah, that was some of the best fucking Dota to watch. Him just jumping around with like rapiers and blink daggers, and you know, sometimes he'd feed, sometimes he'd just do the most godlike stuff.
It just kept everyone at the edge of their seats because you just didn't know what was gonna happen. It could be good or bad. You had no idea.
Well, what did they wait on? Just chilling for Roche? Is that the play here? There's no rush for Team Spirit, but it really doesn't feel like they're under any pressure at all.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just not gonna rush.
Yeah, just messing with them, really.
Yeah, it's like the game is under their control, right? They don't need to walk into any potential throwing areas. I always feel like the high ground is kind of the throw zone. You have to approach with caution, or you may find yourself back in your well.
Very wise.
It's an ancient Dota proverb.
Oh, they're going for the shark on the bench. They blow him up, it could be pretty big. The Ravage is right on time. Does miss the brew. They get the Doom off onto the PA. She evaporates, instantly buys back. Sleight of Fist goes through, doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Iceberg extremely healthy. And 2 buybacks. Ravage is used. Brewmaster split as well. But now Roshan is available if they choose for it. Yeah. It's looking rough.
So, yep, rough might be an understatement. It's looking real bad here for Team Gambit. I am not sure what they can do. They just use their buybacks. Ultimates have been used on both teams.
They got the Venge.
Oh, alright, they did get the Venge. They have increased their kill count by 25%, moving from 3 to 4, looking pretty good. And yeah, it looks like they're just gonna do Roach with Venge respawns, and good luck trying to contest that.
It's
The
so
gold's
difficult, yeah.
the gold lead is just way too big at this point. Even
23K.
Doom has higher net worth than everyone on the Dire.
I miss the points where, like, if you're watching a game and you wouldn't know the gold change. You wouldn't know the gold difference until you pressed F5 or F6, and then it would be like this shock. You know what I mean? You'd be like, dear lord, they're 25k ahead.
That's why the fights are so one-sided.
Yeah. He's going for a Crystallis on Iceberg, going for more right click.
Yep, indeed. Just look at how tanky they all are, right? They've got ice armor, Doom has 20 or 26 armor. They can kill anyone.
Wait, oh no. We still didn't get to see the refresher. I wanted to see it on Tidehunter.
Just don't last long enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big joke from Ice Frog. Yeah. He actually coded the game so that no one would ever see it.
You know, I didn't know this, but there are no base shrines anymore.
Yeah, they removed the base shrines completely. Okay. They definitely tried to speed this game as quickly as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
They added the catapults in earlier in the game as well, 30 minutes instead of 40 minutes.
Yeah, the double catapults, right?
Yeah.
And then recently, or like a couple patches ago, they changed the way siege damage works with the catapult hits for like 1 billion damage on towers.
Like 150% more. It was an insane increase. Okay.
And then all the teams started realizing, Jesus Christ, these things do so much damage, and then people would just group up on the catapults and watch towers die.
Timing pushes became way bigger.
Yep.
Okay, Aegis on Drow. FNG's got a buckler, he's got ice armor, he's got drums. They're beefy boys. They can just sit on the back lines with no sign of a BKB. Even anytime soon, DK Phobos' Tidehunter is a real menace. Here they go again, using everything on I like to win. And the Ravage should come in soon. There it is. Hits on 4 heroes. Rages used on Ursa. He's just going to evaporate. And get this up into Doom. That was tasty, actually. Oh, people with the ulti. The CM ulti on top. Beautiful stuff.
Yep, and CM also happened to pick up one of these invincibility scepters, the Ghost Scepter. There's no counter to remove it now. Alright. Good clean game from Spirit, and
good clean Dota.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about here at Captain's Draft. Good clean Dota.
Alright, thank you very much for tuning in. This was Team Spirit 2 winning Team Gambit in the CIS Captain Draft qualifiers.
well. Slow down the Undying, but you lost Yume. That's a good pick off for Tune, who is now 4th in the net worth and is actually ahead of Beastmaster at the moment, so he's doing fairly okay. I mean, he was doing absolutely abysmal for a moment, and now he's starting to find these small pickups for himself, but you are fighting against time because Anti-Mage is farming constantly. He's now, when I just said like maybe a minute ago that he's at 6,500, he's now at 7,900, so he's farming really fast with his Anti-Mage. Might get out of control a bit too fast. Pikachu using that route there to prevent Doni from doing anything. He does have that mechanism. It's on cooldown though, so he's just freshly used it, but he has that ultimate ready in 2 seconds and will be able to run off for the time being. There's a nice aggressive ward being placed down here, showing a lot of vision, what's happening around the Radiant jungle. Also helping that push for Underlord in the top lane. So 16 minutes in, the game is still fairly tied, but M19, they do have a lead at the moment, and if it keeps going like this, they might be able to scam. The casks are bouncing back and forth. L'Oreal just trying to, you know, amuse Ascendancy, but he gets the bait out. There's Nyx and Pikachu, and this one Mana Void ultimate is more than enough, but now Clavis gonna go for trade. Can they get Pikachu out? He's just gonna TP away. And now you've got the rest of M19 showing up in the mid lane. Yume, he finds Kidaro and Chun on the run. Blizzy also jumps in, gets the Savage Roar out, and this might be Undying going down. He's gonna fall. They've also... No, he's still alive for the time being. Chun gets his ultimate out as well. Undying, he is somehow magically still alive, but now he fails his pathfinding for some reason and also goes down. That's a kill for Yume and Nyx. Whew, 3 heroes dead from Clavis Aurea and M19. With a 5,000 lead, they're going to look to push more, take down these tier 2 towers. They might even open up a Roshan with that Medallion of Courage on Blizzy. They might look for taking Roshan down fairly early. There's that nice third Roshan kill where you get that one-time usable refresher orb, which can be handy in some situations and for specific heroes, like for example on Beastmaster, to get that very early. Double refresher, double ultimate could be really, really nice to do. But Battle Fury Yasha ready on the Anti-Mage, has the Manta recipe. Needs a couple camps to farm so he can finish off that Manta with the ultimate orb, since he's standing right next to the chop. A lot of pinging coming around. Got that Manta ready now, and Kidaro really loving that taunt on the Undying. Also here, there's a Macropyre has been used just to cut down this creep wave. There's the Chen army. I mean, of course looks like a Chen army because Beastmaster cannot be able to control these creatures, but Yume falling down here in the bottom lane. Sorry, Yume getting a kill on Doni in the bottom lane, and they also might lose Witch Doctor here, who was going for a warding run. Is gonna fall. So, trading your off lane was mispositioned in his own lane for getting a support kill who was doing a warding run. I'm not sure if they even know about this ward that is being placed here, since the sentry ward has been put down by Clavis, but they just don't know that there's a ward on top of that cliff, which is a bit unfortunate because they thought that there was a ward before, so when they put that sentry down, but ward was probably placed after, or maybe they just didn't see that put down. There's also this other ward being placed here, but now that heroes have been respawned back onto the map, M19 haven't been pushing this top lane, especially now that Ascendancy is there, taking a close eye on it. Just keeps pushing that wave forward and forward. Is closing up on that BKB as well. Lord, he gets a 2-man route here with that Firestorm Chun, taking a lot of damage, because that is health percent based damage that he deals when he gets a stun out. There's also the Maledict, but instantly cancels Witch Doctor's ultimate, gets his own Poison Nova out. Blizzy, he's trying to take down Puck with all that he can, but he's gonna fall. Actually, he doesn't. Pikachu gets that mechanism just in time. Nyx has already killed Blue in the backlines, and he's gonna go for Chun. He really wants to kill, but this Centaur is just blocking the hell out of this Anti-Mage. He can't really finish off the job. Kidaro falling low, has a Maledict on him. Gonna try his best, but Pikachu just gonna TP his teammates out. Nyx is still diving really deep here, and Yume's wondering what's happening here. Anti-Mage is gonna go down, so this is a big pick-off for Clavis. Stoney getting the last hit. Ascendancy also helping him down, but you saved the rest of your team, you got a couple pick-offs, but you lost the Anti-Mage for the first time. And that is a fair amount of gold going for Clavis. Beastmaster with a Blink Dagger, and gonna go for that Vladimir's as his second item. So he's not building a Necro army yet, or just an offlaner that's gonna benefit your team more with auras and help them out with items, instead of just going for the straight push, getting a Necro book. 712 Ascendancy Visage. This guy is absolutely good on this hero. Scout out Pikachu. Kidaro does have that invis. They know that the rest of M19 are standing there, and also as the anti-mage spawns is also TPing onto the shrine. He's just instantly going to blink. Now this is what the illusion looks like. It's going to stay there for a couple seconds.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If you're being chased, like Visage is getting chased right now, he's still got a lot of those Gravekeeper's cloak charges. Witch Doctor getting stunned by the familiars, so his ultimate is instantly cancelled. Showing up in the middle of everyone. He's dead. Clavis are actually pushing this lane right now, and they're using the glyph to also save the creeps, but also protect that tower for the time being. Blue already forced back.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And now Kidaro and Ascendancy also retreating from that bottom lane. Blizzy is pushing this middle tier 2 down, but cannot quite finish the job. Oh, my language is stuttering so bad right now. It's bloody hot inside this apartment. No idea what's even causing it. I don't even have my radiator on. So Pikachu, he runs into Ascendancy here, so who's gonna win this brawl? Get the cask out, and it's gonna bounce, and it's gonna hit Ascendancy as well, but it doesn't connect any further. Kidaro forcing Muriel to TP out, but Kidaro also TPing out. Doesn't want to challenge this Underlord alone. There. Don't got that nice. Fight quite a game at the moment, but Anti-Mage is already looking towards that butterfly after intimation, since you're fighting against the Solar Crest. Help you with that as well, but also one of the best items that you can actually build on an Anti-Mage is the butterfly. Also, completely depends on the game, since your item builds can be completely different on varying on the situation that you need. Sometimes you need a Lincoln, sometimes you need an Ags and a Lincolns. Sometimes you just want to go for full damage items, sometimes you want to get a BKB. There's a lot of variations for this hero, what kind of item build you want to go for, but Butterfly, in my opinion, is the right build right now. Pushing this bottom wave in with that extra 75 damage, and that ultimate he can always get away. Not trying to do as much damage as he can, Donnie, but no real stopping this Underlord. You can just dish out damage onto the tower when you know where the rest of Clavis' team is. And they are looking forward to this Roshan. They find these Plague Wards here, but they could pretty easily take it unless Clavis finds a way to counter this fight. There's a Hawk. They know the Hawk is there, so they find it out. Yume using his ultimate, trying to drop some of the vision that Clavis has too, and Yume walks straight into him. There's still that Observer Ward that is showing a bit of vision, but it's showing just enough for a 3-man Ice Path. But Roshan has already gone down. Nyx picks up the Aegis. He is moving like a devil in the night. He's just pushing so hard onto blue. Uses his ultimate to finish off the kill. Chikiro is gone. Well, Blizzy getting the ultimate off. You might also lose the Venomancer here. There's also the ultimate from Witch Doctor to easily finish off the job, but Nyx gets that last hit, so there's a double kill for the Anti-Mage, and now they're going onto the high ground. No buyback on the Venomancer for 40 seconds. Also, the Jakiro dead for a half a minute. Is this gonna be where M19 will close this series 2-0? Because if they do, they ensure themselves $500 and a place in the finals and get a rematch against Gambit Esports, who knocked them down into the lower bracket. But Clavis are still showing they have spirit in them. They're not giving up. They want to win this fight with any cost, but Nyx is going in. Even with a rod of Aetos on him, it's easy for him to purge it off. They get the kill on Sugidaro, who's forced to use his buyback. 10 seconds until Venomancer is going to be alive, and now Clavis, they have to act. They use the Macro Fire on top of the Anti-Mage, but he's not taking any damage from that since he has so much spell resistance and also so many levels on him at the moment. So even though he has 1.5k health, he's still a very dangerous weapon. Ascendancy popping his BKB. They're going all in on this fight now, but this fight is kind of collapsing at the moment because Kidaro, he's already died, and that's a dieback. Chuan is also facing Pikachu all alone between everyone else and M19. They're actually falling back with this ultimate, and now they're all moving towards Nyx. Nyx gets the kill on Ascendancy. 70 seconds, no Visage. Is this Anti-Mage gonna close this game all alone? He just buys a Basher from the fountain of Clavis. And he's just chasing around heroes here. He does whatever he wants. This Anti-Mage is out of control. He's just doing what he wants. Getting another nice bash onto Chuan, but cannot quite kill him off. And even now the Puck ultimate is being used. They're getting slowed by that Venomous Gale, also getting hit by the Orb. Anti-Mage finally gonna pop, using that Blink to break off that ultimate, and Yume trying to run it off. And now Nyx, well, he's just gonna focus on the racks. Meanwhile, Blizzy and Muriel, they're already pushing this mid lane in. There's 2 heroes dead, so it's a 3 versus 4 situation with this Anti-Mage still alive. Full and healthy. There's the Eels being used by the Puck. Puck gets away with the Illusory Orb. Kidaro going for the chase onto the Beastmaster. Can they get the kill off? No, they quite can't get the ultimate on Chuan, and Kidaro explodes. Chuan also melts in this fight, and this is looking like a GG for M19. They're just walking over. 28 minutes in. 1 rack's down. 2 racks are going down. You've got Ascendancy respawn, you've got the buyback on Venomancer. Muriel trying to run off this damage from Ascendancy. There's another nice ultimate by Nyx. That's double kill marked onto his name, killing Doni. He's just sitting AFK there for a moment, just taking a short break, maybe relaxing or shouting to his team that, hey boys, we're going into the finals. There's a buyback from the Puck. Ascendancy can't do anything, that's a dieback from him. Only 2 heroes remaining. Undying will respawn shortly. But like in the first game, Clavis, they're not giving up quite yet. They still want to take this game all the way, even though it's looking very hopeless and desperate for them. M19 are going to be taking this final spot against Gambit Esports. Going for a very classic fountain dive here. Pikachu's taking quite a lot of damage because this fountain has been buffed, so they lose Pikachu. He's just going to instantly buy back. Teleporting back with his ultimate. Meanwhile, Nyx is taking down these buildings. Just 22,000. Now I actually get that fight recap I was waiting for, so probably that was the fix that I was waiting for there. This fight is still going on, even though we have the charts here. Look at Anti-Mage doing 19,000 damage and 8 kills from Clavis, and then there's 3 or 4 heroes dead from M19. It doesn't really matter. This game is over, and that should close it off. Nyx is just fooling around. This is just this is just pure entertainment for you guys. Just watching a lot of kills happening and a nice fighting going on around. And Nyx throwing himself a casual Ghost Scepter. They're just respawning. I'm just farming the fountain. This is... I'm not sure if there's some kind of grudge between these 2 teams, but they're just, you know, they're brawling all the way till the end. Neither team is giving up, and 19 know they've won this game. But Clavis Aurea, they just keep respawning by the time they're still fighting. This fight has been going on for the last 3 minutes already. Maybe even 4. So now they're still going for that well played. Like, team, well done. We're going into the finals. Yeah, we know that. Can we just end this game already? Pikachu taking some damage there. They even use the Tombstone to try and defend. They're using these Familiars to get those stuns out. The Ancient is now... There's no Tier Forge left. The Ancient is starting to take damage. 20 seconds until Pikachu has his Uber out. I mean, we could just play some dramatic, epic music right here, because there's this last fight that's gonna happen. Nyx going in with that ultimate, doing a lot of damage. Nyx might have to go away from this fountain. Blizzy also forced to run away. They lose the Jakiro, they lose the Beastmaster. He buybacks, he's gonna TP back in here, and the Ancient finally is gonna fall. So M19 taking this series 2-0 against Clavis Aurea, and holy moly, that was, I would pretty much say, a stomp. So M19 proving themselves, being the better team, going all the way from the upper bracket finals to the lower bracket finals, and now marching into the finals, the grand finals of the ProDotA Cup European Division against Gambit Esports. We're going to have two very good teams fighting against each others, and fighting for that 1,500 for that first place, and $500 already secured by M19, even if they would place second. But of course, going for that victory, Gambit Esports having a 1-game advantage over M19 for winning that upper bracket finals. Best of 5 series should be a blast, but that is for